Yeah, I mean, exposure for college hockey is huge, and we need to do a lot more of it, I think, in Canada to make sure we're letting people know how good of a hockey product it is. Because you look at the numbers, the amount of players that are playing in the NHL coming from college get bigger every single year. And so, I know that there's an organization called the College Hockey Inc. that does a fantastic job of getting the word out. They travel all over the U.S. and Canada doing educational seminars about college hockey. They're big. They're trying to. I know there's been some college hockey even on TSN up in Canada. They've had some games that have been aired as well. And then, I think the more everybody watches the NHL, and the more you can get people playing at the highest level coming from your developmental program, which is college hockey, the better it's going to be. So I think it's about development college hockey, and you get 4 years to get better. Most kids go the 4 years. Some obviously forego a few years to go play professional hockey, but the product is good right now, and there's a lot of people advocating for it.
Yeah, exactly. I just feel, as you mentioned at the end, that some players will leave after 2 or 3 years. As a college hockey, I promote it. I went that route, and I think it's great, not only for top end players, but for the late bloomers. I think that just gives you those extra few years to develop, not only I guess personally and physically, but as a hockey player as a whole, gives you those extra years to give your shot at your dreams, whether it being NHL, pro hockey. And that certainly helps a lot of different kids. As you see, some are late bloomers, whether they are more passionate and interested in hockey later on in their youth or minor hockeys, or just simply physically. I see a lot of kids get a lot stronger, and their work ethic for training wise picks up, and then you're like, oh, look how much better you've gotten over.
Yeah. What's interesting, you talk about late bloomers. We had on our podcast, we had Mike Snee, who's actually the executive director of College Hockey Inc., which I just talked about. And he made an interesting point. He's like, I don't really believe in late bloomers. I believe in normal bloomers and early bloomers. So, the people who people kind of dub as the late bloomers, that's what most people do.
Yeah,
And most people, it takes more time to mature physically and even mentally, emotionally as well. And then some people, just by the grace of God, are, they hit puberty at much younger of an age than everybody else. And that's who, because of, the professionalization of youth sports nowadays, those people are put on a pedestal at younger and younger and younger of ages. And that's what everybody sees. But that's not really reality. I mean, those kids are the minority. The majority is the kids who are the quote unquote late bloomers, which Mike talked about as that's just normal. That's how normal development works. And so I think that bodes well for college hockey, because some of those kids who develop on that path, they get a few more years to be able to get better and really hit their stride to